Hey everybody, welcome back to Horror Trans. My name is Stephanie Bree. I am a transgender woman who talks about all things horror. And today's horror icon is Beetlejuice. This is going to be a somewhat short video compared to most horror icons because there's not really a lot to say about Beetlejuice. And that's mostly because it was a short-lived property and then it just sort of faded into obscurity more or less over the last 35 years. And now we have a new movie coming out. So, we'll see how that goes. Beetlejuice started as a 1980, I believe 88 or 89 Tim Burton, probably 88 or 87 even. Tim Burton comedy horror movie about ghosts in the afterlife. That's pretty much it. Um, Now, in the movie, in the context of the movie, Beetlejuice is referred to as a bioexorcist. What that means is he's dead, he's a ghost, but he exorcises the living from haunted houses so that the ghosts can haunt the house in peace. Um, he's obnoxious and vulgar and very unhinged and very shocking, and he does not like to work with people. But he spends most of the movie courting the ghosts in the house, trying to lure them into summoning him so that he can chase away the humans and get them out of the house, the living, so that they can just haunt in peace. Um, Now it's creepy. He's a bit of a perv in this movie. In order to trick the teenage daughter into letting him out, she has to agree to marry him, which is gross because one, he's dead, and two, we don't know how old he is, but he's like not a teenager. We know that for sure. And so there's a subplot in this movie that's a little creepy and might be a turnoff for some people. Um, Now we're talking about Beetlejuice, the character. So we're not going to get into the elephant in the room. We're going to leave that alone and we're going to move on. Now, Beetlejuice also appeared as a character in a cartoon loosely based on the world of the Beetlejuice movie, but not necessarily the story of the Beetlejuice movie. It does feature some of the locations and some of the characters from the Beetlejuice movie, but it's an entirely different, separate thing. It's its own separate universe, timeline, everything. In the Beetlejuice cartoon, he's definitely not as pervy. He's more of a jokester, like a clown. Uh, I would say very manic in his portrayal, very high energy, hyper, very chaotic. And he's actually a friend of the girl from the movie, Lydia, and they go on ghostly adventures together in the, I can't remember what they call it, the other world or the nether world or whatever. I think they called it the nether world, but I don't remember. Um, and now, some 30, 35 years later, thereabouts, we're getting a direct sequel to the first Beetlejuice movie. Now, this is going to be unknown if or how much it references the cartoon, if at all. And it's going to be pretty much unknown, um, really, what the hell's going on. Um, but Michael Keaton is the actor who portrayed Beetlejuice in the original film, and he is returning to reprise the role. Um, so Beetlejuice, and I've said his name too many times, so I gotta be looking over my shoulder. Um, I I don't know how they're gonna handle the perviness of the character, um, because of the way things have changed since the 80s. Um, and I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know if they're even gonna reference or mention the Maitlands at all. I don't know if they're even gonna be in the same house or not. So I have a lot of questions about the upcoming movie. But the character is making a return, and he's all over social media today. Well, the past couple of days because the trailer just dropped. So I'm definitely going to be watching the trailer on the podcast. I'll be giving you a reaction of the trailer as I watch it. So be on the lookout for that. And that's all I got to say. Stay cool.